We are live here from Sheffield in Yorkshire.
Sheffield in Sheffield.
Anyone from the building trade, look away now. We're joined by Frank Smith. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. Got my hard hat ready. Thanks, mate. Thanks. You went straight in there, didn't you?
We go in deep sometimes.
Let's get on it. When I mention accountants next time, I don't want to upset a load of accountants.
Have you spoken about this since?
I thought you were going to say, have you spoken to any builders about this situation? No, I've been away. I've been out the country. I hid. I did 9 days. I was going to change my name and everything. So no, it's the first time, Coog.
Do you know what? When I watched the clip, I really felt for you because I've known you for so long, and I knew that you didn't mean the builder could have been like.
The builder could have been any job. But
let's not name any jobs.
But anyway, it was 1:30 in the morning. I watched it back. I didn't deliver what I said very well, but I didn't mean it in a way to offend.
I know that, and a lot of people that know you know that. I just think because you specifically named a trade. Like I said, it could have been
stockbrokers. It could have been me. Oh, no,
IFLT
with stockbrokers now.
It could have been YouTube interviewers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could have been anyone.
It could have even been me. What I was saying was, I don't even have a clue. But anyway, what's done is done. I apologise to the building trade if I upset them. And to whoever I upset in the future. 7 years is the first time I've said anything slightly controversial. I thought I've done quite well, to be honest.
Several millions across social platforms, I think those clips reached.
What a day! And then you had the agenda man, Simon Jordan, jumping on the bandwagon, didn't you?
Did he call you a nincompoop or something?
He did. But what doesn't make sense to me, he said, you're calling out the working class, and he calls me a T-boy. So isn't like T-boy working? So which one is it? I'm a bit confused. But anyway, we move on. I came back. I was going to stay in Asia forever, but the heat died down. The Twitter was getting a bit heavy for me. I won't lie.
Frank, were you no? But obviously Simon Jordan. We saw his comments on the back of that. It's no surprise that obviously Simon Jordan had his opportunity there to have a little go at kind of going with the flow of social media, etc. And that's what he was really doing.
Well, he's a social media troll, isn't he? So he jumped on something and he went with it. But fair play to him. It's what Simon Jordan does. It's why everyone listens to him and thinks he's like the almighty. But like I say, I'm back, mate. I'm back until hopefully 6 or 7 years until I become a social media, a couple of million views again. I'm happy with just doing a couple of thousand with you, Cougs.
Okay. I reckon this one has more than a couple of thousand. Big fight week night in Sheffield this week, obviously headlined by Lee Wood and Josh Warrington, but also on the card you've got Breakhouse and Harper, you've got Conway and Adofia. It's a decent card actually. For you lot, this is a decent card. What? I can't have that one.
Not like a social media show as well. Hopey Price against Coghill as well. You got Cameron Vong's professional debut. You got Junaid Boston. Like you say, stacked card top to bottom. And the main event is just a special fight in itself. It's a massive fight for both of these guys, and it's going to be some atmosphere in there as well. We've all seen what's been created in Nottingham by Lee Wood, what's been created by Josh Warrington fans in Leeds. But bringing them both together, we're going to have a packed out arena Saturday night, so I can't wait.
It's going to be absolutely packed out here in Sheffield, definitely. Just remember, I was there at War of the Roses, Frank.
What a night that was.
Great night.
That was the early days. Kel Brook, Matthew Hatton.
10,000 banged out.
Mate, exactly. So, it was a shame because we were obviously looking at stadiums for this, but I think you're going to have a special atmosphere in there and a night to remember.
Absolutely. Just a couple of updates from you. I don't know what you can tell us, but obviously we're approaching the back end of 2023 now. We know kind of Ben had his whatever perceived comeback fight in Orlando, which was successful. Eddie Hearn is putting bets out that 23rd or at some point in December that a fight materialises between kind of Ben and Chris Eubank. What can you tell us in regards to the talks around that fight? Is that still realistic to happen this year?
Yeah, look, I think it's the fight everyone wants. It makes sense for Conor Ben, it makes sense for Chris Eubank Jr., everyone involved. It's the biggest fight out there to be made. Work continues, and hopefully December 23rd is the target date for that. It has been for a while. We're looking at options currently, including UK and abroad as well. So let's see, but it's a massive fight to be made. It's one of the biggest fights, I think, in not just British boxing, but a huge fight for the sport in terms of the commercial appeal of that fight, and I'm confident we can get it over the line.
Are you confident that this year Matchroom Stroke the Zone will have a pay-per-view show? Will have a pay-per-view show?
Yes, I am. Correct.
Obviously, we talked about there's AJ as well. His situation about having this interim fight before a Wilder fight. I'm just saying, but December, you think that we'll have a definite pay-per-view show from you guys?
That's the plan. That's what we're focusing on for December 23rd. You know, look, there's obviously talk about the Fury Usyk fight as well, but at the same time, he's fighting 7 weeks before that proposed date, which I think more likely, as I said, maybe January for that. So December 23rd is our target date for a massive fight.
Because I don't remember a year since, 2010 or 11, where Matchroom haven't had a pay-per-view show. But we're in October now, and you haven't had a pay-per-view show with Matchroom, whether it was with Sky, obviously, previously, or with DAZN. But yeah, which is a bit weird, if that makes sense.
Yeah, look, I think we've delivered some huge nights as part of the subscription platform on DAZN. That was always a key focus of ours. And at the same time, it's fights that make sense for pay-per-view. Obviously, AJ Dillian White was supposed to be a pay-per-view. Unfortunately, got pulled a week before. But our key concern is to deliver huge nights for the subscribers of DAZN, what people pay for. We've had pay-per-views in the US as well. We had the Canelo-John Ryder fight, which was a pay-per-view. But now the focus is definitely for December 23rd to deliver a huge night.
Yeah, obviously my comments were in reference to having a UK show pay-per-view. Obviously we know you.
Sorry, not to be pedantic,
We're international.
I mean, we are international, darling.
Do pay-per-view in Japan soon?
No.
When's your first show in Japan? Because I fancy a bit Japan.
Yeah, mate, come out there. I was in Tokyo last week, first time. Unbelievable place.
Janae Boston.
How are you? Good. Unbelievable. The sushi is tremendous.
If you like sushi.
What's that?
If you like sushi.
Yeah, if you do. If you don't, then you don't like sushi. It's unbelievable place. January first show we're looking at. Details out very soon.
I'm going to come with you.
Come with me, mate. We'll have a great time.
Absolutely.
Time difference is a bit of a killer, but apart from
What's the time difference I've never been?
It's 8 hours ahead.
8
So
ahead?
I went from Miami to there, it was 13 hours. Lovely.
I really want to go to Japan. Just finally, just coming back to this whole situation with your comments. At what point did you realise that you kind of probably said a couple of comments that you probably didn't really mean? Like what point? Like when the views started going up on social media, at what point?
Yeah, when my Twitter was just going, when it does that thing and you just reload it and it says 20 news, 20 plus, 20 plus, and I was thinking, what have I done here? I'm thinking, what has happened here? So that was the time, I've got to be honest, because it was about Monday afternoon. It's Wally Downs, wasn't it? So, good old Wally. Anyway, so one of those things, and like I say, hopefully I won't become a social media meme for quite a while. I think Eddie's quite liking it, so he's taking a bit of heat off.
Loves it.
Exactly, so he's keep giving him stick, keep going for him. This first interview will just get a load of bad comments, so, it's great, mate. On we go. I'm still here, I'm still smiling, and I'm sorry for any builders who are upset by the comment. Seems to be more people that weren't builders were upset by the comment.
Absolutely.
Actual builders were upset. So, I haven't met a builder who was upset about it yet, but if I did, I apologise to the builders.
You know what Twitter's like. People are outraged about certain things and they're not outraged about other things. But here we are.
Here we are. All that matters, forget about my building comments. Saturday night, live on DAZN. Wood against Warrington. Stacked undercard. Don't miss it. See you there.
Frank Smith, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV, and we'll definitely catch up with you again at some point this week. Hope you have a wonderful week.
Thank you, sir.